Hey everybody, Tag Life Done Free. Hey, I have got a good friend of mine that I've known for many years, who owns a channel called the Bug Out Channel. And Andrew and I have done a lot together. It's one of the people that I talk to, weekly, and have for over a decade. But anyway, he produced a food storage calculator on his channel not long ago, and I asked him if I could use it in one of my videos. I think it's just a super useful tool. And so I thought today that I would, spend a little bit of time and, go over that storage calculator and show you how it works, and then make sure that if any of you want it, you have access to it. So let's go check it out. Come on. Okay, so here's the food storage calculator. You'll find at the Bug Out channel, and we'll also post a link in the description so that you can get this calculator if you want it. Basically, down here, if you look at the bottom corner, how to use the calculator, page 1 will take you to this page. This just simply is a tutorial, tells you how to use it. Second tab, which is what I'm going to focus on, which is right here, which is the actual calculator itself. So this top box goes through, gives you some directions, but basically I'm going to start right here. So what this first box right here says is, what percentage would you like to reduce your calories per person for survival planning purposes? This has in here loaded 20%. I'm going to change it just for today's sake, 15%, but you could put 0 in there. This is compared against the FDA recommended calorie intake. So again, for a depression, for lean times, as you're rationing, you can come in here and figure out exactly what you need to ration. So the next category here is male calorie calculation. So let's enter the Snuffy family, which they have one male child age 4 to 8, and they have one male adult age 36 to 65. So this preloads all of my calorie needs. I'm going to focus today on the 24-month survival list. So here's the FDA recommended for 24 months, and here's the 24 months based upon our 15% cut. So this basically tells me I need right about 3 million calories for the males in the house. So moving on, female. So again, the Snuffy family, they have one female age 9 to 13, and they have one female 31 to 65. And again, it preloads the calories. I need another 2.6 million calories for the females. So if you look here into the group calorie totals, basically, I need to put away 5.6 million calories for my family for 24 months. Although I think the 6.6 million of the FDA recommended is nice, why survive when you could thrive? But again, for today's sake, we're going to look at the 5.6 million. So if you come down here to this next section, this preloads some food for you, right? But what the really important thing to know is to be able to come up in here and say, hey, what percentage do I want this to represent? So I just entered 10% for rice. So if I want 10% of my calorie intake to be rice over the next 24 months, I have to put up 964 pounds of rice. Make sense? So all of these you can put in a different amount, whatever it is that you want. And then down here at the bottom, it tells you how much of your percentage, you've eaten up. But what's really neat about this calculator is if you come over here and click on one of these empty boxes, there is so many, I know you can't see it very well, but there are so many different, things in here, like maple syrup. I want to eat, 1% in maple syrup. Well, then what that tells me is my maple syrup, I need to put up 48 pounds of maple syrup. Another nice thing is, let's say you get into this calculator and you say, hey, this doesn't have what I want on it. Or another great example would be, what if you were like me and really preferred to store your food on the hoof or in the seed, for example? So we can go into this next category, which is calories per food. And you can come down here, and I've taken the liberty of preloading a live chicken, a pound of live hog, a pound of cow, a tomato, and a pound of turkey, and a pound of turkey, and what calories they have. As soon as you enter these, in any one of these, it will automatically load it back to that food calculator. So come back over here, click on the box, go back, and then all you got to do is come down here and find. This will be all the way at the end because I loaded them. So we want to put in a pound. We want to raise a hog, and I think we'd probably like to raise a cow. Oops. Let's go here and put a hog in this one then. Right. And so let's say I want 20% of my calories to come from my cow, and I want 10% to come from the hog. Like right here, I know that I need 745 pounds of cow and 871 pounds of hog. And what's interesting about the 745 up here on the cow is that's, kind of on an average cow, what you're going to get weight anyway. So this is really about one cow, but you just have to figure out the poundage and what you get. A hog's about 75 pounds is what you actually clear on the average hog. So you need quite a few of those. But see here, I'm at 86%. So you just keep adding until you can get to 100%. And this really just kind of tells you what you got to put up. For me, if I've got a couple cows out in the pasture and, 3 or 4 hogs, what it really allows me to do is to get out there a ways and not have to worry about, storage of that kind of stuff. For me, I started, this journey really in the prepping world and have grown to the homesteading world because for me, all prepping ends in homesteading a little bit because you get to a point where you figure out I can only store so much, or I've got to find better ways to store it, or I don't have enough room. I can't provide for myself. But there are other people who started exactly the opposite and started in homesteading and are now considering, with all the food chain stuff going on and people saying that, food's going to get hard to get and okay, how do I store it? So I thought this would just be an appropriate video to share with you guys. So let's go through the other pages, just make sure you guys got it all. So again, calories per food, you can add anything you want in here. There's a bunch in here already. If you wanted liquor, whatever it is you wanted to add, dried corn, dried apricots, dried apples, those kind of things. But what I really like about this one is you can enter your own. You can say, hey, my family really likes to eat okra or, whatever it is and be able to add it. Next tab is the food storage plan. And so you can take everything that you've put into your plan in here and just get a good snapshot. Okay, this is what I need to be focusing on, or this is where I'm at. I know quite a few people out there who live, these similar lifestyles who say, hey, I've got a year's worth of food, and it might be way more than that, until they actually put it in there and, and take a look at it. And then finally, the last page is really just a warning. And what it says basically is, this is not, just to judge your diet by calories is probably a mistake. There's a lot of other things that go into it, that you need, protein and vitamin E and B and those kind of supplements. And so, don't let this be just one-sided. Make sure you look at the whole picture. But from a calorie perspective, I think this food calculator does a really great job of helping you get organized. And we've talked many times on the channel about, managing the homestead. And managing the homestead is a lot, but the better you manage it, the better it comes out. And this is another great tool in managing the homestead. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the food calculator. I hope you can use it. If you follow the links in the description, you'll be able to get your own food calculator, and I hope you can put it to use. Until then, I'm Tag. This is Life Done Free. Hold the line. Don't give an inch. Tag out.